What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trades and Gains. And today we're going to break down CPI because July CPI drops Tuesday morning, and that's the Consumer Price Index. The government's way of telling you, yes, your life is more expensive, but please stop asking about it because we're tired of answering these questions that you have the right to know. The current annual inflation rate, 2.7%. Core inflation, 2.9%, which is funny because if you include groceries, rent, and Netflix, it feels more like 29%. So, what is CPI really saying? CPI is supposed to measure inflation, but it's also the most politically spun number in America. It's like high school GPA in that it's technically true, but also subject to creative math. Headline CPI equals the big number you see in the headlines. Food plus energy is included. Core CPI, let's pretend you don't eat, drive, or heat your home version. And monthly CPI equals the short-term trend. This month's expectations, headline is looking at 2.7 to 2.8% unchanged. Core, we're looking at 2.8% unchanged, and monthly 0.2%. So Wall Street's betting this print is going to be as exciting as a C-SPAN marathon, but surprises do happen. So June CPI showed shelters up 3.8% year over year. So yes, your landlord is robbing you. Medical care is up. Car insurance is up, basically punishing you for having a pulse and a vehicle. And household furnishing and recreation also climbed. So good luck relaxing in your overpriced apartment. So scenario one. These are basically what could happen with what prints. Cooler than expected. Headline comes in at 2.6% or lower, and core is 2.7% or lower. Markets, stocks rip, bonds rally, and the dollar will drop. The Fed, maybe we can cut rates sooner. And Biden, cue victory lap. Inflation is tamed. Trump, fake numbers. I have better numbers, bigly numbers. That's pretty much what the two sides are going to be saying. Now, scenario two is going to come in as expected. Headline comes in at 2.7 to 2.8%. Core comes in at 2.8%. Markets, it's going to chop in the morning for the most part. Algo traders go wild for 15 minutes, and then we'll pretty much see a nothing burger. The Fed is going to say stay the course, and politicians, both sides, will claim credit. Scenario three is when we get hotter than expected. Markets, the S&P tanks, yields spike, the dollar jumps, Fed rate cuts, never heard of them. Biden, he's going to talk about global inflation challenges. And Trump, this is why we need tariffs. So those are kind of like the two sides you're looking at. By the way, we're just using Biden as a stand-in figure, as the opposition to Trump pretty much. And yeah, why should you give a shit about this? That's the more important part. This CPI print is like the Super Bowl for Powell and the Fed. They want inflation under 2%, but they also don't want to crush the economy. The closer CPI stays to current levels, the more they can keep pretending like we're in a soft landing. You know, where inflation cools without tanking growth. Right now, it's more like bumpy landing, where the flight attendants are still smiling but clutching the overhead bins at the same time. So, watch Tuesday morning. If CPI comes in cool, Wall Street's going to party like it's 2021. If it comes in hot, the market's tantrum is going to have a tantrum. Your mortgage rate's going to go up, and Twitter will be an absolute dumpster fire of economists and twin fit experts yelling at each other or bragging about some short position they took on a gamble. Anyways, I'm Max Pitts. This is Trades and Gains, and this was your CPI breakdown. If you enjoyed this, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and hit that bell notification so you never miss a Trades and Gains economic data recap. See you guys in the next one.